Okay, diggers, coin roll hunters. I was asked the question, how many Wheaties do I have from the bags of pennies I've been doing? Now, mind you, I've only been doing this, I figured somewhere between 4 and 6 months. 6 months at the very most. More than likely, it's going to be like 4 to 5 months I've been doing this. I'm sorry, I'm having problems with my light here. But anyway, I thought once I get done, I'm going to do a bag of pennies tonight. Here you can see my bag. I haven't opened it yet. And my sorter's over here, and I'm getting ready to do another bag. Well, like I said, I average around 15 wheats per bag. And sometimes I'll get 20 to 25. Sometimes I only get 10. I don't think I've ever gotten fewer than 10. At least I don't remember getting fewer. But this is my Wheaties, and I like to throw a little contest out there. See who can guess the closest. And maybe I'll figure out a prize that I can give up for whoever gets the closest on the amount of wheats that I have in this container. There are going to be a few more added to it after this bag here, but then I'll show you one more picture of it, and maybe we'll have a little contest, and whoever gets the closest figure out some kind of a prize. And so, without further ado, but to add to this count, I have these two books. These are my older ones, and yes, that last bag that I got, that 1913, there it is, filled in a spot. Only 70-some million of those made. I took a look through this book. This is 1909 to 1940, and I looked for my the wheat leaf penny that has fewest in production that I have, and I think it's a 1927D that they only made. Well, let's take a look. Let me take a look real quick here. Right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. There. You can see that 1927D. Oh boy, focus, come on. I'm going to try. Well, I guess you can see it right there. Only 27.2 million of those were made. 1927D. I hope to get the S, which is even fewer. But, I mean, that is extremely low mintage. That is a rare coin. I don't know what it's worth, but it's in my book for right now. And then, so this book, as you can imagine, I mean, it's, I got quite a few in there. These are older coins. And I've only been doing this, like I said, for 4 or 5 months. So, my newer ones from 40s on up, I'm still missing the, 2 of the steels, but you can see I got most of the others. Yeah, the exception of a few S mint marks, and actually the ones I have are in really good shape. I mean, almost uncirculated, some of these wheat leaf pennies. So, and I do look through them and try and pick out the better ones, and anything else I throw it in this container. I don't care if it's an S mint mark or whatever else it is. So there could be another 27D in there. And I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with these wheat leaf pennies or how I'd go about selling them or whatever. I just want to keep the books. I'll probably end up getting new books once I get these filled correctly. Get new books and put them all in there, and then just save them for my kids and give them to my kids. But these extras, I'm trying to figure out how to sell them or what to do. I thought actually about just, taking them as they are, roll them up in 50-cent rolls, maybe sell them $1 at a time, like that. I don't know. If you have any ideas, I'd appreciate your comments below. That would be highly appreciated of what you think we might be able to do with these. But, okay, so without further ado, I'm going to get into this bag of pennies and put whatever wheat leaves I don't need into this container, and then I'm going to let you guess. And while I'm doing all this sorting, I think maybe I'll be able to figure out some sort of a prize. Okay, I'll get back to you. Okay, diggers, so after about 3 hoppers full, I just filled it again. So far, not much light over there, but I've gotten 3 dimes and 3 wheats. One older wheat that I found in the zinc pennies. So again, yeah, I guess I'm going to harp on it just a little bit. You got to look through those zinc pennies when you're using a sorter. I got a really nice young Queen Elizabeth in great shape in the 70s, and another penny there I'll show you at the wrap-up. It looks like somebody painted it gold or bronzed it or something, but yeah, so that's all the zincs I've gotten so far in that container. Got a hopper full waiting, and that's my copper so far. That'll need to be gone through again for extra wheats, but right now the count is 3. So let's get at it. I got to get at least 7 more, and I still got a little more than a half a bag at least, so that should be very doable. All right, let's get at it and see what we get. Okay, diggers, here, coin roll hunters, here's the result of that last bag that I got. I ended up sorting through the rest of my coppers, and I got 3 more wheats out of there that were hiding. And for the good finds, see if I can zoom in a little bit. A 1935, a 1939, a 51S, and a 47S. Let me pan it back out. And here's that weird penny I was telling you about. It's just a zinc penny, and it looks like somebody painted it gold or whatever. Just the thing people do to these pennies. I actually found a penny with a stamped-in bust right up here to the right of Lincoln's head of John F. Kennedy. And then I have another one that's stamped with the state of Michigan in red, stamped in. And maybe at the end, I've decided that I'm going to do this this last bag over here before I do the contest, and add the Wheaties to that. So 15 more with this bag. As you can see, that's the rest of them. I ended up getting 4 dimes. One of them's a Canadian. And 15 total. And these were the better of the finds right here. Excluding that. And I've come up with a prize. It's not a big deal, but I think it's got a little bit of history to it. And it does have value. And so here's the prize that I've come up with. Right here. And if it will focus, it's a silver dime, 1964. And I know, you know, the appearance isn't spectacular, but what I will say about this is this was a spot find. And if you watch my videos, I was at a prayer meeting, and at the end they were having a little collection for nice new banners to put up in the prayer room, just inspirational type things. Anyway, they took up an offering, and I put some money in, and my wife didn't have any paper money, so she was digging through her change, trying to get dimes, nickels, and quarters out. And I saw her pick this one up out of a little bag of change, and it's in one of my videos. And this is the prayer meeting silver dime. So I'm not going to say it's a lucky dime. I'm going to say it's a holy dime. And it's silver. So whatever the price is silver, whatever it's worth, this is what the prize will be. If you can guess. Zoom back out. How many wheats are in this container? And I'm going to be adding 15 more because none of these were needed for my 2 collections. So it's just the containers. It's not my books, just the container. And you'll have to guess, and whoever gets the closest will win this silver dime, the holy dime. light a little bit. 1964. And I believe it's a Denver mark. Let me flip it over. Yes, it is. So it's not just a plain. As you can see there, it's got the Denver mark. So that will be the prize. And, you know, you can choose whether or not you want to clean it or not. They clean up really nice. I don't see any problem cleaning up a Roosevelt Silver Dime. They're pretty much melt value, most of them. But that will be up to you. I'll ship it to you just like you see it right here. And it will be yours if you can guess how many are in there. And if we have a tie, I'll figure something out, but hopefully that won't happen. Okay, I'm going to get to this last bag and add that to it. So I'm putting 15 more in here plus this next bag. We'll see how many's in there. Alright. Okay, diggers. I'm just getting set up to run this next bag. And as I was loading it in, I happened to look in the bag, and already I've got my King George out of the way this time. So I went 2 bags without getting one. So I need to get 3 out of this bag. I don't want to be greedy, but it would be nice if I got 3, but I got one already, a 1943. And I'm getting ready to get this baby started. But it's a nice start already. And so if I get anything good, and I think I will, I'll get back to you and show you what we get. Alright. Okay, diggers. About halfway through. Halfway through my bag right now, and so far I've gotten 12 Wheaties, the King George, and you see that one on the left in the front there, the gold one, that's a 10-cent Euro coin, 2011. So halfway through, and halfway through a hopper right here, and about halfway through the bag. So far, that's my copper so far. Doing okay. Probably right on average. Alright, I'll get back to you. Okay, diggers. I'm on my last hopper full. Wanted to give you a shot of that Euro coin. Beautiful coin. Since then, I had 12 wheat pennies last time I talked to you. Now I've got 17, including this, I hope you can see it, 1920. 1920 plain. And a couple other oldies that are in there. A lot of them I found in the zinc pennies that had slipped in there because of the inconsistency in the copper. Gotta check those zincs. 4 dimes. So I'm getting a little better on the dimes, man. I didn't think I was going to get any, and I've gotten 4. Just the one King George so far. A lot of older Canadian pennies, Queen pennies. I even had a 1954, 1 year off from making it a King George, but a lot of in the 60s, early 60s, even late 50s, but only one King George so far, and the one foreign coin. So still, already, this has been a great bag. 17 wheats. I've got that much more in the hopper, and then these to sort. Let me back off a little bit here. And these to sort. So that's my copper so far. About average. Yeah, I would say about average. Alright, so I'll see you when I get this part done, and then the only thing left to do will be to go through this copper right here and get the final total on the wheats. Okay, coin roll hunters, diggers. Just wanted to show you, I'm looking through my zincs here, and as you can see, I've never had a bag with so many crusty zincs. It's almost like somebody went down to their basement and dug up all the pennies out of their basement or something. And you know, I'm just going through them, and you can see all the ones that have all the I don't know what that is, that green deposit. You know, some maybe even were in the ground. So maybe a digger turning those coins in. But at any rate, I just found another King George right here in the zinc pennies. It's right there on the right. It's a 1940, the third one over. 1940 King George. Pretty nice shape. A little worn. But okay, so this is about the amount of zincs that I have, and I just kind of go through them, and I'm looking for a certain patina on the coins, unless there's something that gives me an absolute giveaway, like an Indian head or a wheat leaf or a steel penny, anything like that. So I just look for patina. So, you know, I'm sure there's a few that may slip through and get through on me, but not a lot. I found quite a few today already in the zinc bin. I want to say I found, let's see, I would say 3 wheat leaves and probably 2 or 3 coppers, regular coppers. One for sure was a Canadian coin, and I might have gotten 2 Canadians. And speaking of Canadians, this jar was only like about right here when I started. I got a ton of copper Canadian coins today in this last bag. So a lot of old ones, like I was telling you, in the 50s and 60s. But only 2 King Georges so far, unless I find something else in my coppers, which I'm yet to go through. There's not many left. I did just pick out a wheat that was in there, so I just happened to see the wheat sticking up, and I picked it up and set it aside, but didn't do too bad on copper. That's a nice stack of copper, maybe just a little over average or right at average, 70-30. Pretty close. Alright, well, I'm going to finish sorting through these zincs and get to the coppers, and you know, I'll get back to you once I go through the coppers and the final look for the wheat pennies, and then we'll get a count on the wheat tray and get this contest going. Okay, so I'm going through the copper pennies, and you can see that there's just a few in here, but out of here I picked out 2 wheat pennies, bringing my total to 22. One of them was a 1930. The other one was, I can't remember, 50 something or 40 something. But I wanted to show you something else. Out of just this few amount of pennies, that's how many copper Canadians I pulled out. You know, there's got to be 10 to 12, 15 in there. That's how it's been going. You know, just a ton of copper pennies in here still. And I'll take them. Put them in there. Yeah. That jar's almost full. That'll be the second jar I have full of those. But yeah, so just this light a little bit. That's the end result right there. 22 wheats. The 2 other wheats are down there in the end. 2 King Georges, 1 euro coin, 4 dimes, and my copper right there yet to go through. So, you know, I could find a few more wheats in there, but right now this bag is 22 wheats. 2 King George, 4 dimes, 1 foreign coin. Pretty nice bag. That's a little better than average bag as far as that goes. So, alright, as soon as I get done sorting these, which I don't know if I'll do it tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'll sort through these and check out, see if there's any more wheats, add them to the total, see whatever might need to go in my books, and then after that they go into the plastic container for everybody to guess to win that holy dime. So, Alright, we'll get back to you with the final count. Okay, coin holder hunters and diggers, this is the final result of the bag, the last bag I did before the contest, and I ended up finding 2 more in my coppers, and so that brought the total to 23 wheat pennies, 2 King George, a foreign coin, and you see 3 dimes there. Another one was a Canadian, so there were 4 dimes total. And I wanted to show you this penny that I found. Sorry, it won't focus. There we go. Now, I would say, yeah, maybe painted silver, but the edge is worn, very well worn, and it's shiny underneath silver. And this is going to be difficult to do, but I'm going to try and show you a side profile of it. Let's see if I can do it. If I can find, there's the side. If I can get it to focus. There's the copper side. But you see the silver is somewhat in the side going down as well. This is a 1974D. I don't know. It might just be painted. It looks like there's a little copper underneath, but if you have any ideas, but look at the edge where it's worn. It's shiny silver, not like the face of the silver. So maybe somebody plated it with something or something. I don't know. I'm going to hang on to it at any rate. Okay. On for the contest. Like I said, the final evaluation was 23 wheats, 2 King George, the foreign coin, and 4 dimes. Those 23 wheats will be added into this bin. They're all wheat pennies. And somebody asked me how many I got, and so I thought, well, what the heck, let's make a contest. If you can guess the closest, you're going to get this. It's a 1964 silver dime, and I told the story earlier in the video, so if you didn't catch it, go back earlier in the video and you'll get the whole story about this. I call it the Holy Silver Dime, and I think it will bring blessings. Alright? So, the rules for this contest are, you must say, this is for the contest and your number of how many wheats you think are in this container. And you must subscribe. Must be subscribed and say, this is my guess for the container. This is my guess. Okay? I just want to say, I'm so thankful to the Lord that He blessed me with this great hobby. That's something we can do while we're waiting to get out there and metal detect. I want to give a shout out to all my buddies out there, Axel and Marty. All the people, all the great people that I've met this year. You know, my first year of metal detecting, and then on into coin roll hunting. And yeah, you guys have some good, great, clean hobbies that we can do. We can treasure hunt. And there's nothing underhanded about this at all. It's all above board, and that's what I love about it. It's a good, clean hobby, and it's fun. So this is the contest prize right here. Make your best guess and submit it along with your subscription. Alright. God bless everybody. Stay safe. Happy hunting. And hopefully us up here in Michigan will catch up to you Southerners very soon. But right now, yeah, it's still wintertime, as you can see. Alright.